an hour ago it didn't feel all that great, but it's an emotional win after a punch in the gut. With them being able to post 3 runs in the ninth, but again, I think our guys continue to battle, and continue to compete, and even though extra innings, you preach base runners and base hits. The big home run we missed ending it with Correa by about 6 inches. Their 3-run homer was gone by about 6 inches, and then George ended it. So emotional win after like I said, a punch in the gut.
With Gregerson, I guess 4th time in 5th day.
Yeah.
Did you just figure he was the best option there?
Yeah, I mean, obviously hindsight, I don't. I know I'm fatiguing him quite a bit, and so I don't feel good about it after the fact. He's got his ball actually sinks quite a bit. When he's pitched a lot, it's not ideal to do it. So, I don't love it sitting here right now, with the exception that our team was able to bounce back and get the win. But obviously these guys pitch in a roles for a reason, and it really, the decision on Gregerson really comes earlier, wanting to use Giles when the game is a two-run game. Will Harris when it's a 2-run game. We tack on a run, and then gives Luke a little bit of a cushion, but. It wasn't his best night. It wasn't a great night for me to put him in that position. But his teammates in our team picked us all up.
It wasn't. It kind of gets lost with the way the game ended. But how pleased were you with the way you guys defended tonight?
Oh man, our outfield defense was. All of them were competing for the highlight of the night. Obviously Marisnik had the diving play. Gomez goes up against the wall, makes a great throw to third. George made the most athletic play probably out of all of them, with running away from second base and somehow finding a way to throw the runner out. So, we say all the time, you have to hit it out to get it past our outfield. And, obviously that's the most athletic outfield I can put out there. And the guy who was the 4th outfielder tonight, Colby Rasmus, is pretty good in himself. So we did a great job of defending, and coming up with big plays.
Speaking of the defense, how about Evan Gaddis? Caught a couple guys on base, plus he caught 2 games back-to-back.
Sure. No, you catch a winner and get a hit. His was a big hit tonight, the home run, and he does a tremendous job of preparing. He really cares back there, and he prepares. He tries to get the absolute most out of every pitcher that he catches, and that means a lot to me as a former catcher. It means a lot to the pitching staff. He's back there blocking. He's back there sweating like crazy, trying to squeeze every ounce out of his pitcher, and everybody can feel that. So I love the fact that he's bouncing back and catching. He may catch tomorrow. Castro's got a little bit of the flu bug, so he's not feeling well. So we'll see if he can go Johnny Bench style and just catch every inning.
And also sort of lost it. How impressed were you with the way Fiers bounced back from that first?
Yeah, that was a good overall outing for Fiers, especially based on how it started. We got 2 outs and he hadn't retired a hitter yet. Our defense had picked him up, caught stealing after the leadoff walk. The second walk gets thrown out on Goldschmidt's bloop hit when Gomez throws the ball to third. So that's an inauspicious start, and he needed the help of his teammates. But he bounced back and did a good job of competing and getting deeper into the game. The way that started, it didn't seem like he was going to be able to get and hand the ball to our bullpen in good shape, but he did.
George is in the midst of such a great stretch right now. Is this almost just an exclamation point on what he's been doing last season?
Yeah, no, this is he's a good player, and he's dynamic, and that's the best compliment you can give a player, is being dynamic. Every aspect of the game he can control when he controls himself, and he's playing at a pace that is perfect. He is he's locked in, and him being able to do damage, and at the same time earlier draw a walk, get an opposite field double, throw a runner out. He runs the bases well. He's an extraordinary player.
How impressed are you right now seeing Phillies be so dominant in these extra inning roles?
I told him after the game he was one of the reasons that we were even in that position. It's not easy to come in and go through. At the very his last inning was the middle of that order that put up those 3 runs in the ninth. So he continues to strike out guys at a crazy rate, and he's developing this changeup and comfort with his breaking ball. So the complete pitcher with confidence is showing up every night. Every time I hand him the ball, there's an extra bit of confidence that he can take from each outing, and he's dominating.
Do you leave him in this role, or is he getting close?
Yeah, no, I mean, these are high leverage roles, even though he's coming in late. I mean, these are close games that I've put him in. It's the second extra inning game in a row where he's come in and got multiple innings. The long game against Cleveland as well. So, you know, I'm putting him in some spots that have very small, if any, margin for error. So he's earning the ball when the game's on the line.
Did any information relate to you about the Gene Segura hit by pitch?
Yeah, I mean, it was a question on whether it hit the knob or not. You know, it was loud, and you can never tell, even slowing it down in video, whether or not it hit just the knob, or are they going to review it and turn it over. I mean, I chose not to review it, just given all the information that we had, but it was definitely a sort of a gray area one.
How impressed are you with the streak y'all guys have been on lately?
I just like that we're playing good baseball. I mean, I don't talk about streaks or good or bad, because I think we've got to come back tomorrow and face Zach Greinke, and you can throw your streak out the window when you go up against that type of competition. But we're playing well. We've played well for a month. Like, this isn't new. This isn't something that we've found in the last week. We've been playing pretty good baseball for a month now. Our record doesn't still indicate it yet because of how rough April was, but as I've said before, I like our team. I think the team on the other side, whoever we're playing, has a lot to deal with when they play us.